everybody, and welcome to Katie's Corner. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about self-care and how it should really be an important part of your life. I just really wanted to showcase all of the different things that self-care can really look like. It truly isn't going to be the same for everyone. It isn't a one-size-fits-all. I feel like each of us is going to have different things that we enjoy and different hobbies, and that in turn is going to translate into us having very different forms of self-care and having different visions of how we want to spend our time recharging our energy. And I think it is super important to take some time to identify what feels like self-care to you and truly reflect inward on that point and decide what it means to recharge your energy and to take care of yourself and to show yourself love in that way. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that, about how each of us is going to have a unique self-care style, about how we can begin to identify that for ourselves and really begin implementing that. I'll also be talking about the importance of self-care and how we can only really give as much energy as we are able to recharge. So that makes self-care just as important as anything else that we are making time for in our lives. To get started, I am going to be lighting an incense. I'm going to do rose since we're talking about self-love today, to really just kind of invite in those loving energies. So this cute little lighter I found, it says pickle. I thought it was so random, I loved it. The first thing I wanted to talk about is how your self-care will always be determined by yourself. You have a unique experience, you have a unique life and a unique personality that is going to need different things than other people need. So it's okay if your self-care doesn't look exactly the same as somebody else that you've seen online or somebody else in your life. That is going to be something that is unique to you. The way that you recharge your energy, things that make you feel that kind of relaxing energy of self-care are going to be unique to you, and it's not going to be a one box fits all thing. Of course, a lot of people are going to have the same interests as you and enjoy doing the same things you do for self-care, but there's also going to be a bunch of people that have a very different way that they like to recharge their energy, and that is totally okay. And I feel like it's just really important not to compare that, because I feel like when we bring comparison in, that completely takes away any of the relaxation and peace we might have found in that self-care anyway. So all that truly matters there is that it feels good to you, that it's something you enjoy, and that it's something that leaves you with more energy than you had before you started, something that really recharges you in that way. And I think it's also important to remember that low-key actions can be self-care as well. Sometimes the smallest things in my day really bring me the most gratitude, and they're the things that I find myself looking back on and being like, wow, what a really genuinely enjoyable part of my day. And it can be the smallest thing, like having a warm cup of tea on my work break. That really brightens up my day and gives me something to look forward to. Or just getting up in the morning and turning on my new speaker and allowing myself to listen to a podcast or play some music and just exist in my space. I have been really enjoying meditation and also reading as well. Those have been really big things that I feel like are very small and don't take a lot of time out of my day, but are so immensely beneficial in recharging my energy and allowing me to return to myself and return to alignment with my vision for my future. And I really do find that it is so important to take that time to recharge your mind and recharge your energy. When we don't make the time for our self-care, then we really truly can never give our full energy back into the things that we're working on. When we don't take time to recharge our energy and allow our cups to be full, we cannot overflow into anything else or anyone else around us. And I think it's important to remember that you are so worthy of taking time for self-care that is not a waste of time. Doing something you enjoy and allowing yourself to relax, to recharge, and find that peace is always going to be beneficial, and it is always going to be something you can even consider productive. Because without recharging that energy, there is just way less energy to put forward into your life, and it's just going to feel so overwhelming and so much more stressful than if you had just taken a few steps back and given yourself some time to recharge and take some intentional action to really help yourself feel that self-care and help you feel love from yourself as well. When we take the time for self-care, that is truly showing up for ourselves and letting ourselves know that we are embracing ourselves and embracing self-love. So try not to look at self-care as just something you do when you have time for it. Try to look at your self-care as something that you make time for and something that you add into your schedule. And it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It can just be something super small, like sitting down, having a few minutes of just sitting with yourself, breathing. It could be doing a hobby you enjoy. It could be getting outside and just enjoying nature. We take a few minutes to play a video game you're really enjoying. Anything that is authentic to you and will recharge your energy. Make sure to schedule a little bit of that in. It is important to have rest and it's important to have breaks. And I know I definitely can get stuck in the cycle of stacking my schedule just too high and trying to do too much at once, and I completely forget to schedule in self-care and allow myself energy to recharge. So I drain out of energy super quick because I'm just constantly giving and going and not allowing myself to rest back and see what I need, listen to myself, and truly dedicate some time to myself and just recharge my energy, allow myself to return to a calm state of mind and a more relaxed outlook on life. And I find that this really helps with my perspective on life. Instead of feeling overwhelmed and feeling, oh gosh, I have so much to do, like how am I ever going to complete this? I can allow myself to recharge and almost feel excited and grateful that I get to complete the tasks that I'm completing. And it's just a entire mindset change, and it's just been such a renewed source of energy for me to just allow myself to view that as important and to view it as not just important but also essential to my life as well. Our uniqueness truly is our advantage in life, and understanding that and truly connecting into ourselves and understanding how we work and which things we enjoy, which things work for us and which things don't, can truly be such a game changer and can be such an amazing tool for tapping into success. I find that when I am truly taking care of myself, I am so much more likely to complete the tasks that I set for myself, and I'm also more likely to do them in a way that makes me feel happy about how they're done, in a way that makes me feel fulfilled and actually feels like I did a good job and gave my all on it instead of just putting half of my energy into it or trying to just get it done. I really don't enjoy that feeling of just doing something just to get it done. I really like to have a purpose behind it and an excitement almost behind the things that I'm doing. And taking the time for self-care has actually really helped me with that. It has helped me to be excited about my time working because I know that I will get time to relax. This is just where I am putting my energy right now. And then when I'm done with that, I can give myself time to recharge. I think the biggest step is just discovering what self-care really means to you personally and discovering what things you enjoy, what things feel actually genuinely fun to you, things that don't take your energy but instead give energy to you. And I made some journaling prompts for this as well. I find that it can also be helpful to just make a list of all the things that you enjoy doing. That was super helpful for me. I just wrote down everything that brought me a little bit of joy in my life and allowed myself to see what things truly were recharging my energy instead of taking it away. And being able to see it on paper like that has really helped me implement that into my life a lot more and actually take the time for the things that I put on that list. So really take some time to think about what things you enjoy doing. Think about the difference for you in something that takes your energy and something that gives you energy. And really allow that to guide your self-care and self-love journey. Because like I said, everything is going to be so unique to you, and it's just important to find that out. And I feel like the beauty in that is just discovering more about yourself, discovering more of the things you value, the qualities that you possess, and just overall being able to fall in love with yourself and the person you are. So now I'm going to be sharing my journaling prompts with you guys. The first one is, what does self-care mean to me? So just write down what self-care truly means to you, what the word kind of brings up, what you associate with it, and how it makes you feel as well. The next prompt is, what recharges my energy? So which things bring you energy instead of taking that energy away? The next one is, when do I feel the best about myself? I find a lot of the things on my list of self-care activities are also things that make me feel good about myself as well. And feeling good about myself helps me recharge my energy when I'm not feeling so insecure and putting myself at a lower vibration. So identifying what times you feel best about yourself and what activities you feel best about yourself when doing can be super essential as well. The fourth prompt is, what are some of my hobbies? Identify which things you enjoy doing, which things bring you enjoyment, and which things are truly unique to you and are just things you just organically enjoy without any other motive for it, just things that bring you that passion. And then the last one is, how do I spend my free time? And this will really help you see how you're spending your free time and maybe see where you might be able to change some of the things that you have in your routine already to something a little bit more self-care oriented. Maybe add something off of your list if you have a lot of time scrolling on your phone, or maybe you spend a lot of hours watching TV in the evening or in the afternoon. You could maybe change that to taking a little bit of time for yourself, doing something intentionally that you enjoy, and writing that down and seeing it on paper can really help you pinpoint and see where you might want to change some things around and add some things in. Like, for example, this morning, instead of scrolling on my phone like I normally would, I decided I wanted to read a chapter of my book. I've been really into this book, The Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I think it's a duology, so there is a second one, which I'm excited to see where they take that. And I just decided to read a few chapters of my book and just really enjoy myself, let my mind have what it was craving, and I really felt so much more prepared to get to my work and just put my full energy into it and really come into alignment with that instead of just creating from a place where I feel like I have to get something done. And that's super refreshing, and just I felt like one example of how changing just little things that you spend your free time doing can have such an impact on the rest of your day and the rest of your life. So now I just wanted to talk a little bit about what self-care means to me. I feel like self-care to me means taking time for yourself to genuinely recharge. So whatever it is that makes you feel good, makes you feel like you don't have to give anything, something that is giving to your energy and contributing to you and your peace. And to me, that can be a lot of things. I feel like it really does depend on what you're needing in the moment. I feel like one of the biggest acts of self-care can truly be just listening to yourself and tuning in, seeing what it is that you need. Sometimes I need to be in the gym, I need to be lifting weights and really getting that energy out. And other times I need to just be doing a peaceful yoga flow, or maybe just dancing it out, letting myself flow, finding myself sitting in meditation for a few minutes. Maybe some days I might feel the need to fuel my body with healthy foods, and other times I may want to just feed my body what I'm craving and not allow myself to feel bad about the food that I'm consuming, and to instead see it as a form of self-care and see it as something that I am allowed to enjoy. Also, even traditional self-care things such as taking a bath. I really enjoy running a bath, allowing myself to have some Epsom salts, maybe putting some oils. I really enjoy using lavender, lemon, and eucalyptus oils in my bath. I feel like it just makes the best smell. And the lavender is also super good for sore muscles, so that works really well with the Epsom salts that I use. And I just allow myself to really relax, The other night, I let myself have a bowl of ice cream in the bath. I made myself some peppermint tea, which is another big self care moment for me. I feel like making tea just makes me feel so relaxed and so at peace. And I just allowed myself to read my book in the bath, enjoyed my ice cream, enjoyed my tea, I lit a candle, and I love putting on a healing frequency. I think last night I put on the 888 hertz frequency for abundance, and it just felt so good. I felt so at peace and so relaxed, and I felt like I could just wash away all the negative energies, all the baggage that I was carrying down the drain. My acts of self care truly do vary from day to day, and I feel like they also vary in the season of my life that I'm in as well. I find that at different times of my life, I will turn to different forms of self care. And I find that one important part is really allowing myself to be comfortable with that and allowing myself to know that my self care does not always have to look the same in every season of my life. I can have that flexibility to really listen to myself. I really find that that is the biggest part of my self care is tuning in and seeing what I need and just being aware of myself and my energy and where my energy is flowing as well. And I just feel like this really works for me as I am able to keep things interesting and switch things up and not feel like I'm repeating the same things over and over. I really find that it's important for me to allow myself to have that variation and allow myself the option to really choose exactly what I want to do with my time. And instead of feeling so forced and like it's something that is a chore to do or something that I have to do, it can be something that I get to do and something that truly is enjoyable for me instead of just something else on my to do list. And I think that's one of the things that truly makes it feel like self care to me is just that energy of doing something just to do it, just because I enjoy the action instead of doing an action for any specific gain. I truly can actually enjoy what I'm doing and fully just be in the present moment and fully embrace the joy that this action is bringing me. And for me, I really feel that it feels the most like self care when there is no motive behind it. And I really feel like that is when I am actually able to recharge my energy with these self care actions. One thing I've really been trying to implement into my self care routine is taking naps. So I usually like to clean my space before I decide to take a nap. So I just clean out my area, I tidy everything up, put everything back in its place that has been misplaced, and really just give myself a comfortable environment. I find that cleaning can be so therapeutic for me and just is really is a form of self-care as you're putting time into creating a space for yourself that is suitable for relaxation. And yeah, I've just really been focusing on trying to take naps. Naps are really hard for me to take, so I've been trying to take at least a couple a week just to kind of get myself in the habit. And even if it's just for like 30 minutes to an hour, I do find that I am so much more refreshed. I find that getting enough sleep really is so important. And on the days that I'm not able to get enough, these naps have been so essential, and it's so good to view this as something productive. I feel so much better after I wake up, and these naps really help me feel so much more refreshed and ready to get to whatever I'm working on. And it feels so much better than kind of forcing that productivity and trying to push through being tired. So I just make the room all cozy, usually light in incense, and make sure all the blinds are shut, set my alarm, and let myself just relax. Even if I don't manage to get to sleep, I really find that allowing myself some time to just relax really does help me feel more refreshed. Another self care activity that I've recently added to my routine that has really been helping me feel a lot more relaxed is putting on these peaceful ambiance videos on YouTube. I really like the ones with jazz in the background, and I just find these so peaceful. I put them on when I'm working, when I'm trying to sleep, when I'm studying. They really are just perfect to just have on in the background.
and they just make me feel so relaxed. This is currently my new obsession.
I just really wanted to get on here, talk about self care, talk about how important it is, and really just share what that means to me and maybe get you thinking about what it means to you as well. I hope that this resonated with you and was able to help you in some way and helped you realize that your self care truly is so important. So that is all for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below before you leave for more weekly content. I will also be linking all my other socials down below in the description if you would like to follow me on any of my other socials. I am being very active on Instagram at the moment. I am challenging myself to post every day except Sundays for at least the next month. So if you guys want to see more of my content, definitely go check that out. And other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful, productive day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!